Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for joining today. We wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shamsundar, Krishna, Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsimhadev Bhagwan, Gaur Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, continuing on with the um, Devatas, the demigods, and the demigoddesses within Sanatan Dharma. Today, we wanted to look at Savitri. Yesterday, we looked at Gayatri, amazing personality. So, who's Savitri? Savitri is a manifestation of the goddess Saraswati, the goddess of learning and arts of wisdom, intellectual knowledge, fine arts, and creativity. She is believed to inspire speech and the written word. Savitri is the goddess of dawn, who dispels the darkness of ignorance and lights the lamp of eternal knowledge. In her absence, chaos and confusion prevail. So Savitri and Saraswati, very similar in terms of what they are able to award to those who seek their shelter. Savitri is the daughter of Surya Dev, who rides through the sky each day, granting long life to humans. She is the consort of Brahma. Goddesses Gayatri, Savitri, and Saraswati are three goddesses representing the presiding deities of the famous Gayatri mantra chanted thrice a day. So we looked at this yesterday a little bit anyway. So Savitri is depicted as follows. She has 5 faces. Her 5 heads symbolize the 5 elements. So that's earth, water, fire, air, ether. 3 of the 5 heads of Savitri are Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, the Trimurti. So again, similar to Gayatri, who like represents Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva as well. She has 10 arms, meaning the 10 senses of the body. Her 10 arms hold the 10 weapons of Vishnu, signifying the 10 incarnations. So yesterday we were seeing how the 10 arms of Gayatri held what is held by Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. But here we see it's a little different. Savitri, she's holding all the weapons of Vishnu. Her 10 eyes look in the 8 directions, as well as to earth and the sky. She is seen as the mother and culmination of Sri Lakshmi, Parvati, and Saraswati. So quite interesting, very interesting. Brahma's wife is Saraswati. He has 2 other wives, Gayatri and Savitri. Sorry, just... Okay. All the 3 wives are Vedic goddesses and are revered as Ved Mata, meaning mother of the Vedas. Brahma originally possessed 1 head. From a part of his own body, he created a woman, Shatarup, a face with 100 beauties, known as Savitri, Brahmani, Saraswati, Gayatri, and Sandhya. Apparently, Brahma fell in love with his own female creation and could not take his eyes off her extraordinary beauty. Shatarup felt shy and tried to evade his gaze by moving away on all sides. As she moved to the right, to the left, and behind him, a new head sprang out each time. The Savitri went in the direction of the skies, and the 5th head appeared. So that's interesting. Thus, to follow her wherever she moved, Brahma created his 5 heads. His several heads were his most salient feature. It was Shiva who deprived Brahma of his 5th head. So this is quite interesting, huh? That Brahma actually has 5 heads because he's also got a head looking up. So that's quite interesting. I hadn't appreciated that. In Shiv Puran, Lord Shiva informed Parvati how Gayatri also became a wife of Brahma. So this is Lord Shiva explaining to his consort Parvati Mata. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay. Just. Oh, listen, O Devi, and I will tell you how Savitri gave up Brahma, and he consequently espoused or married Gayatri. The Vedas have declared the great advantages which are derived by yajna, by which the gods are delighted. So yajna is very important. It pleases the Devatas. And when the Devatas are pleased, normally everything functions very nicely. Thus, I performed, so that's Shiva, performed sacrifices, and in imitation, sacrifices are performed by gods and men. For the same purpose, Brahma and his wife, Savitri, the immortal and holy sages gathered in Pushkar. But when all the preparations had been made with all the due rites and ceremonies for performing yajna, Savitri, detained by some household affairs, was not in attendance. So Brahma, he was doing the sacrifice, but Savitri, his wife, did not show for the yajna. I have not completed my dress, not arranged my person. How, therefore, can I enter the assembly? This is what Savitri was thinking. Savitri is engaged and will not come, said the priest. So the priests were not happy because the time was passing for the auspicious time was passing by. Bhavani, Ganga, Swaha, and Indra had arrived, except for the Trinity consorts. So the wife of Brahma had not arrived, Parvati, the wife of Shiva, had not arrived, and Lakshmi, the wife of Vishnu, had not arrived. The lords were incensed at the conduct of Savitri and thus spoke to Indra. This was, after all, Brahma's yajna, and without a wife, what advantage can be derived from these rites? So they were not very happy. They summoned Indra and requested him to bring a wife from wherever he can find one for Brahma. So these are the priests. They were not happy. So they commanded.
So, sorry, Prabhuji, but Brahma
Yes.
had another wife as well. So nobody was there. That was you saying?
What at that time only one wife, Savitri.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
That time only one was wife, not a Saraswati or.
That's right, Gayatri. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So Indra proceeded. As he passed hastily along, he saw a milkmaid, young, beautiful, smiling countenance, carrying a jar of butter. He seized her and he brought her to the yajna assembly. Looking at the milkmaid's beauty, looking at the milkmaid's beauty, Brahma addressed the assembly. O gods and holy sages, if it seems good unto you, I will marry this Gayatri. So that was Gayatri who was brought, right? She was no ordinary person, but this is divine intervention. And she shall be the mother of the Vedas and the cause of purity to these worlds. Upon this, Brahma, yes, Prabhu?
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
So are you saying, guys, when you said milkmaid, are you saying that time Gayatri Mata was selling milk, or is he a gopi?
No,
Is she a gopi?
she's Gayatri all the time, but she was just playing the role of a milkmaid, you know. But is Gayatri all the time. But she was like a hidden as a milkmaid.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just carry on.
Thank you. Upon this, Brahma was married to Gayatri, who was led into the bower of the bride, and there, arrayed in silken garments, and she adorned the costliest ornaments. Just as Brahma was leading his new wife to the yajna, Savitri, accompanied by Vishnu's Lakshmi and Rudra's Uma, so Parvati, and the other gods, entered the palace of the sacrifice. A big drama now, huh? Seeing Brahma clasping hands with a milkmaid, and the yajna performance commenced, Savitri was incensed with anger. In a loud voice, she addressed Brahma. O Brahma, hast thou conceived so sinful an intention to reject me, who am thy wedded wife? Have you no sense of shame, and thus influenced by love, you committed so reprehensible an act? How can I now show my face? Deserted by my husband, call myself a wife. Ooh. Then Brahma apparently goes on plea. The priest informed me that the time for the sacrifice was passing away, and that it could not be profitably performed unless my wife was present. And Indra, having produced Gayatri, it was Vishnu and Rudra who gave her in marriage to me. So he really put everybody in it, right? He put Indra in it, he put Vishnu in it, he put Rudra in it. Forgive, therefore, this one act, and I will never offend you again.
Prabhuji, can you explain this to paragraph? I couldn't understand, please.
So what happened? The Gayatri was, I know, Lord Brahma had married Gayatri, right?
Yeah.
Savitri came at that time,
Yeah.
and she saw Gayatri, and she
Mm.
was furious. She was furious, and she said to Brahma, how can I show my face in public? You have married somebody else. What sort of sin have you committed?
So she didn't know. She
She
didn't know
didn't know.
that.
She didn't know because she just came into the yajna. And Brahma says, oh, the priest said I have to have a wife. And Indra found me a wife, and Vishnu and Shiva gave her in marriage to me. So what Brahma has done, he's put Indra in trouble, he's put Vishnu in trouble, he's put Shiva in trouble as well.
Okay. Still, it's a bit confusing. But anyway, I just understand little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Basically, yajna કરીએ ને ત્યારે the
Ah.
wife has to be present.
Yeah, wife joy. Yeah. Yeah.
And what the priest said, okay, look, without a wife, this yajna is a waste of time.
Yeah.
And everybody had come, so why would they have waste their time? So then Indra was asked to find a wife for Brahma.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he found Gayatri.
And she found Savitri. Yeah.
Savitri is always his wife. In Pela wife jata. But
Okay.
he got very upset with Brahma. Why did you marry Gayatri? Because
Oh.
Savitri was late to the yajna.
Yeah.
So that's why he married Gayatri. So Savitri became very angry. And then she started cursing sharp
Oh,
um,
okay, yeah.
on hearing these words and knowing the benefit of the yajna for the three worlds, Savitri exclaimed, "By the power I have obtained by the performance of my tapas, may you, Brahma, never be worshipped in a temple or a sacred place except for one." So,
Oh,
even today, the only place really where Brahma is worshipped is in Pushkar.
Pushkar, yeah.
That's the only place, only one temple. So she cursed him. You will not be worshipped anywhere. And then she cursed Indra. Since you brought the milkmaiden to Brahma, you shall be bound in chains by your enemy in a strange country. And that happened because Bali Maharaj captured Indra one time and he tied him up. And then she cursed Vishnu. She's very powerful. Even she could curse Vishnu. Since you gave Gayatri in marriage to Brahma, you shall be born and reborn amongst men, and you shall endure the agony of having your wife kidnapped by your enemy. So this is why Ram appeared with Sita on earth.
Oh,
This is why, and that's why Sita was kidnapped.
so that's all because of Savitri curse.
So because of Savitri, yeah. She cursed Vishnu.
That's why, in Gujarati, they said, ભગવાને જ્યારે સ્ત્રી ઘડીને પછી નવરો જ ન થયો. I don't know ગુજરાતીમાં ઇંગ્લિશમાં કેવું ગુજરાતીમાં અમને એમ કહીએ કે ભગવાને સ્ત્રી બનાવીને પછી ભગવાને નવરો નથી થયો. Always busy.
Yeah. Karuna, what Maji is saying is there's a saying in Gujarati that once the Lord got married, he never became, he's always been busy. He never got free as Lord Ram. Then she cursed Rudra, Shiva. By my curses, you will be deprived of your manhood. So this is a really terrible curse. To Surya, so she also starting to curse others now. To Surya and Agni, may you be the devourer of all things, Agni and Surya, clean and unclean. And she also cursed the priests. Henceforth, shall you perform yajna solely for the desire, from the desire of obtaining unusual gifts, and you be satisfied with the food of others and be dissatisfied with your own houses. So she's cursing them that Haveti, you will just be doing yajna for money, not for money. So Savitri really went for it. Having thus spoken, Savitri left the assembly hall. Lakshmi and Indrani Indrani is Shiva, Indrani is Indra's wife. Accompanied for a short distance and then returned to the yajna assembly as dutiful consorts. On seeing this, Savitri was incensed again. So Savitri has just not lost her anger because Lakshmi went back to the yajna. So she said to Lakshmi, since you have forsaken me, given me up, may you never remain stationary. You are chanchalam. You are always going to be moving here and there. That's why Lakshmi doesn't stay in one place.
Not stable, yeah.
Not stable. It's very easy to lose Lakshmi. She thereafter threw her words against Indrani. When Indra incurs the guilt of Brahmanacide, killing a Brahman, by slaying Twashtri's son, Nashusha, shall acquire the kingdom and shall desire your flesh. So Indrani was cursed that this Nashusha will be after her. Then she pronounced a collective curse. She cursed everybody. May you all remain barren and may you never enjoy the pleasure of having children. Wow. Savitri was really furious. Vishnu tried to appease Savitri, but she made an angry departure. So How does this get resolved? She's so angry. Thereafter, Gayatri, she modified the curse. You know, Gayatri, although she's a milk maiden, she's actually one of the most powerful devatas, demigoddesses, as we saw yesterday. So she modified the curses. She has this power that she can even change the curse. She promised all kinds of blessings, including final absorption of all worshippers of Brahma. Through Indra, though Indra was to be bound, his son should release him. Though Vishnu would lose his wife, he would regain her. Though Rudra would be deprived of his manhood, he would be represented neither as a male nor a female, and universally worshipped as a linga. That's why we worship Shivling, representing Shiva. It's actually his genitals are being worshipped, which is really fascinating.
Is there a literature about Sri Linga? Have you got it?
I'm sure there is. We can find. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about Sivling. How is
Yeah.
came and.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, we should know that. Yes, I will find it. I will find it.
Thank you, Guruji.
Though men made gifts to the priests, it would be because they revered the gods, and finally none of the goddesses would suffer regret for not having children of their own. So she modified the curses. Then Vishnu and Lakshmi pursued Savitri at Brahma's request. Brahma asked Vishnu and Lakshmi, "Will you please go and calm Savitri down?" They induced her to return. She agrees to return. Brahma asks Savitri what she wishes to be done to Gayatri. So finally, Savitri had calmed down. She was too shy to speak. Savitri was too shy to speak. Whereupon, in full assembly, Gayatri threw herself at Savitri's feet. So Gayatri became very humble. Savitri was all merciful and said, "A wife ought to obey the wishes and orders of her husband. For that wife who reproaches her husband, who is complaining and quarrelsome, deprives him by her conduct of length of years, and when she dies, most assuredly goes to hell. Considering this, the virtuous wife will do nothing to displease her husband. Therefore, let us both be attached to Brahma." So Savitri became very calm after all the cursing. And she said, "Right, Gayatri, you and me will be his Brahma's co-wives. Don't worry, we will live together." "So be it," said Gayatri. "Thus ordered, will I always obey and esteem our friendship precious to as my life. O goddess, please protect me." So, Surya Savitri Gayatri. In Vedic thoughts, the name Savitri is linked to the Surya sun god. Vedas make reference to Savitri and Surya in the context of illumined or the luminous, as also the illumined thinker. By Vedic accounts, Savitri is the daughter of the goddess of supreme truth, who comes upon earth to save her from death and to bring her into immortality. She is ordained by self-born Brahma and later born to King Ashwapati. This effulgent daughter was named as Savitri. So this is Savitri, the five-faced, 10 arms, carrying the weapons of Vishnu on a red lotus. Very beautiful. Savitri Ma ki jai. So any questions, any comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Karuna.
I'm just wondering, so is Savitri Devi and Saraswati Devi same or they are different?
They're different. They're different. Although their roles intertwine, because Savitri is also known for her ability to give knowledge to her followers, just like Saraswati Ma, goddess of learning. So their roles are intertwined, but they are two separate personalities. They have different
But the
roles.
same story, yeah. So, but the same story comes for no, the Saraswati also,
Or
that she
the
has this,
she curses.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. That's true. We also said that story when
yeah,
we were talking about Saraswati. But they are two distinct personalities. Maybe it's just
okay,
they're just confused with each other because their roles are so intertwined, you know. Um,
yeah.
but Lord Brahma has three wives: Saraswati, Savitri, and Gayatri. Yeah.
Before, when you started, I was thinking Savitri about, Satyavan Savitri, Satyavan.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I don't know. I actually didn't know before that Savitri was Brahma's wife. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
And
First time,
she's the daughter of this of the
son, son.
sun, yeah, Suryadev.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah,
Thank,
that's
thank you. I heard first time this whole story.
and actually the source of all of them is actually Saraswati. Actually, is Saraswati. So
So all of them is one originally Saraswati, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, Saraswati.
And
Because
that's different swarup, what you call it.
yeah, it's a different Sarup.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and where did Saraswati come from? She came from the original Saraswati in the spiritual world, who is the wife of Narayan.
Narayan. Oh, okay.
That's right. So here, when she comes as the Earth Saraswati, she's the wife of Brahma.
Mm,
Yeah, it's quite complicated. It
very
is,
complicated,
yeah,
yeah.
it is. Yeah. Yes, Prabhupada?
Um, oh yeah, Hare Krishna. The same question I was going to ask. I was thinking the same thing. That
Yeah,
Savitri was the one, Satyavan's wife, but Savitri was completely different
different person.
from this Savitri.
Yes, that Savitri, Satyavan Savitri is different. Yeah.
She was just a normal human.
Yes, but yes, you could say that. She was not a demigod, but she's actually regarded as the greatest wife.
Human.
Pativarta.
That's it. That's it.
And she went,
Yeah.
I mean, when she was born, they said that they look her luck, and then they said that, like Nasib, and they said when she get married, her husband will die in 1 year.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
then I don't know, they said that she done so much stuff, and afterwards, you know
Yeah.
the story, the background
Yeah.
story.
We,
And
we
today is the first time I hear about
Savitri.
this curse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The curse about
Ram.
Rama, that you will be somebody will kidnap your wife, and this is the story special,
Yeah.
Ram and Sita, and that curse was given by
Savitri.
Savitri
Yeah, yeah.
to Vishnu.
Yes, to Vishnu.
Yes. It's really interesting, I tell you. Very interesting. I mean, some of the things we don't know.
No, yeah, that's right. It's very interesting indeed.
Yeah. Thank you, Hare Krishna,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you. Okay, so Savitri Mata ki jai.